Hi everyone, I am Shrutik.
I am Sharanya.
I am Chaturved.
I'm Gayatri.
I am Harshit.
I'm Harini.
Today, me and my friends are going to present about conventional and non-conventional sources of energy from the chapter Minerals and Energy Sources. Energy sources. Energy is required for all activities. It is needed to cook, to provide light and heat, to propel vehicles, and to drive machinery in industries. Energy can be generated from fuel minerals like coal, petroleum, natural gas, uranium, and from electricity. Energy resources can be classified as conventional and non conventional sources. Conventional sources include firewood, cattle, dung cake, coal, petroleum, natural gas, and electricity. Non conventional sources include solar, wind, tidal, geothermal, biogas, and atomic energy.
Coal. In India, coal is the most abundantly available fossil fuel. It provides a substantial part of the nation's energy needs. It is used for power generation, to supply energy to industry as well as for domestic needs. India is highly dependent on coal for meeting its commercial energy requirements.
Coal is formed due to the compression of plant material over millions of years. Coal, therefore, is found in a variety of forms depending on the degrees of compression and the depth and time of burial. Decaying plants and forms produce peat, which has a low carbon and high moisture contents and low heating capacity. Lignite is a low-grade brown coal which is soft with high moisture content. The principal lignite reserves are in Neyveli in Tamil Nadu and are used for generation of electricity. Coal that has been buried deep and subjected to increased temperatures in bituminous coal. It is the most popular coal in commercial use. Metallurgical coal is high-grade bituminous coal which has a special value for smelting iron in blast furnaces. Anthracite is the highest quality hard coal.
The major resources of Gondwana coal, which are meteorological core, are located in Damodar Valley, West Bengal, Jharkhand. Jharia, Raniganj, Bokaro are most important coal fields. The Godavari, Mahanadi, Sun, and Vardha valleys also contain coal deposits. Tertiary coals occur in the northeastern states of Meghalaya, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, and Nagaland. Remember, coal is a bulky material which loses weight on use as it is reduced to ash. Hence, heavy industries and thermal power stations are located on or near the coal fields.
Petroleum. Petroleum or mineral oil is the next major energy source in India after coal. It provides fuel for heating and lighting, lubricants for machinery, and raw materials for a number of manufacturing industries. Mumbai High, Gujarat, and Assam are the major petroleum production areas in India. Ankleshwar is the most important fields of Gujarat. Assam is the oldest oil production state of India. Digwar, Nagarkatia, and Mugran Harjajan are the important oil fields in the state.
Natural gas. Natural gas is found with petroleum deposits and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. It can be used as a domestic and industrial fuel. It is used as a fuel in the power sector to generate electricity, for heating purposes in industries, as raw material in chemical, petrochemical and fertilizer industries, as transport fuel and as cooking fuel also. With the expansion of gas infrastructure and local city gas distribution networks, natural gas is also emerging as a preferred transport fuel and cooking fuel at homes. India's major gas reserves are found in the Mumbai's high and allied fields along the west coast, which are supplemented by finds in the Cambay Basin. Along the east coast, new reservoirs of natural gas have been discovered in the Krishna Godavari basin.
The first 1,700 km long Hazira Vijaypur Jagdishpur HVJ cross country gas pipeline, constructed by GAIL India, linked Mumbai High and Basin gas fields with various fertilizers, power, and industrial complexes in western and northern India. This artery provided impetus to Indian gas market development. Overall, India's gas infrastructure has expanded over 10 times from 1,700 km to 18,500 km of cross-country pipelines and is expected to soon reach over 34,000 kilometers as gas grid by linking all gas sources and consuming markets across the country including northeastern states.
Electricity. Electricity has such a wide range of applications in today's world that its per capita consumption is considered as an index of development. Electricity is generated mainly in two ways: by running water, which drives hydro turbines to generate hydroelectricity, and by burning other fuels such as coal, petroleum, and natural gas to drive turbines to produce thermal power. Once generated electricity is exactly the same.
Hydroelectricity is generated by fast flowing water, which is renewable resource. India has a number of multi-purpose projects like the Bakra Damodar Valley Corporation, the Kopili Hydel project, etc. Producing hydroelectric power, thermal electricity is generated by using coal, petroleum, and natural gas. The thermal power stations use non renewable fossil fuels for generating electricity.
Non conventional sources of energy. The growing consumption of energy has resulted in the country becoming increasingly dependent on fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and gas. Rising prices of oil and gas and their potential shortages have raised uncertainties about the security of energy supply in the future, which in turn has serious repercussions on the growth of the national economy. Moreover, increasing use of fossil fuels also causes serious environmental problems. Hence, there is a pressing need to use renewable energy sources like solar energy, wind energy, tide energy, biomass, and energy from waste material. These are called as non conventional energy sources.
Nuclear or atomic energy. It is obtained by altering the structure of atoms. When such an alteration is made, much energy is released in the form of heat and that is used to generate electric power. Uranium and thorium, which are available in Jharkhand and the Aravalli ranges of Rajasthan, are used for generating atomic or nuclear power. The Moissanite sands of Kerala are also rich in thorium.
Solar energy. India is a tropical country. It has enormous possibilities of tapping solar energy. Photovoltaic technology converts sunlight directly into electricity. Solar energy is fast becoming popular in rural and remote areas. Some big solar power plants are being established in different parts of India, which will minimize the dependence of rural households on firewood and dung cakes, which in turn will contribute to environmental conservation and adequate supply of manure in agriculture.
Wind power. India has great potential for wind power. The largest wind farm cluster is located in Tamil Nadu from Nagarkoil to Madurai. Apart from this, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Gujarat, Kerala, Maharashtra, and Lakshadweep have important wind farms. Nagarkoil and Jaisalmer are well known for effective use of wind energy in the country.
Biogas. Shrubs, farm waste, animal, and human waste are used to produce biogas for domestic consumptions in rural areas. Decomposition of organic matter yields gas which has higher thermal efficiency in comparison to kerosene, dung cake, and charcoal. Biogas plants are set up at municipal, cooperative, and individual levels. The plants using cattle dung are known as gobar gas plants in rural India. These provide twin benefits to the farmer in the form of energy and improved quality of manure. Biogas is by far the most efficient use of cattle dung. It improves the quality of manure and also prevents the loss of trees and manure due to burning of fuel, wood, and cow dung cakes.
Tidal energy. Oceanic tides can be used to generate electricity. Floodgate dams are built across inlets. During high tide, water flows into the inlet and gets trapped when the gate is closed. After the tide falls outside the floodgate, the water retained by the floodgate flows back to the sea via a pipe that carries it through the power generating turbine. In India, the Gulf of Khambat, the Gulf of Kutch in Gujarat on the western coast, and Gangetic Delta in Sundarban regions of West Bengal provides ideal conditions for utilizing tidal energy.
Geothermal energy. Geothermal energy refers to the heat and electricity produced by using the heat from the interior of the earth. Geothermal energy exists because the earth grows progressively hotter with increasing depth, where the geothermal gradient is high. High temperatures are found at shallow depths. Groundwater in such areas absorbs heat from the rocks and becomes hot. It is so hot that when it rises to the earth's surface, it turns into steam. This steam is used to drive turbines and generate electricity. There are several hundred hot springs in India which could be used to generate electricity. Two experimental projects have been set up in India to harness geothermal energy. One is located in the Parvati Valley near Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh, and the other is located in the Puga Valley, Ladakh.
Conservation of energy resources. Energy is a basic requirement for economic development. Every sector of the national economy, agriculture, industry, transport, commercial, and domestic, needs inputs of energy. The economic development plans implemented since independence necessarily required increasing amounts of energy to remain operational. As a result, consumption of energy in all forms has been steadily rising all over the country. In this background, there is an urgent need to develop a sustainable path of energy development. Promotion of energy conservation and increased use of renewable energy sources are twin planks of sustainable energy.
India is presently one of the least energy efficient countries in the world. We have to adopt a cautious approach for the judicious use of our limited energy resources. For example, as concerned citizens, we can do our bit by using public transport systems instead of individual vehicles, switching off electricity when not in use, using power saving devices, and using non conventional sources of energy. After all, energy saved is energy produced. Hope you all enjoyed our presentation. Thank you.